And here we have, YouTubers, the changing of an 07 Tahoe. Here's the new alternator, and there is the old alternator. It decided today, as I was pulling out of this parking lot, it wasn't going to let me pull all the way out. So I had some guys push me back into a parking spot. Then it started a little while later after I got a jump, and I moved it to another parking spot, and it didn't want to get all the way into that parking spot. So she's been like a real butthole today. And that's Dustin, and Dustin is going to change it, and we are going to show you how to change. Dustin's going to show you how to change it. And first, I'm going to cut this off of here with that tool, this tool, whatever tool that is. Dustin's going to take a little screwdriver.
You gotta get up on here. There it goes. And this right here peels back. Then you take that off. You got those pliers?
And then he got the pliers, which I didn't know what they were, so I just stood there.
But before you take this off, you always want to come over to the battery and disconnect the battery.
So before you take that off, you have to disconnect the battery.
You can take the lid off and take this plug
Do you
out.
want to show us how to take off the battery?
Well, you want to come over. You want to come over to here. I want to open this up.
Yeah, see, the battery is only 2 years old.
Most of them have a terminal in here. That one doesn't. So what we'll do is, because some of them have a turn-off switch right here, but for some reason it's not there. So you'll take this.
And mind you, we're doing this at a gas station. My mobile mechanic.
This right here. Take that loose.
Okay, whole battery off.
You just undo the bolt there a little bit, not all the way, and just take that off and screw this up. That will keep all
Of the power, I'm assuming, in the battery.
Well, whenever you go to hook this one up, you don't want the residual power going back into this. You want to get it all hooked back up and then hook the battery up. Just by moving the cable right here, if the battery's still up, you'll see like little arcs and stuff right there, and you don't want that
Understood.
up.
So all he's doing is unscrewing the bolts.
Take this one off here. Should come off the same way with these. It goes right here. Might match. Yeah, it's a metric. 5/8 is the standard, or 15 millimeter is the metric, which is the tug there. And we're just gonna reach up. And we're just gonna take that off right there. And we're gonna let that go right there. Look at the rest of it. All you gotta do is pick that back up, and you know it just goes on there like that if you just leave it like that. And let's see, it's time to take off some nuts. I mean, some bolts here. And for some reason, it's a Chevy, but it is all metric. You know why all the bolts are metric is because they buy the bolts from out of the country. They buy all these parts from out of the country. They have them made out of the country. And then they bring them to America and assemble it.
Oh, it says it on there. It says it on the bolt. It says 9/18.
Yeah, you would figure it's 9/16, right?
That's what it says on the bolt.
See how they don't fit right there. So,
I mean, right? That's what it says? Yeah.
5/8 is going to be our culprit today.
They all say it on there.
And if you would just watch your finger. About to go there. Back up this. There you go. Perfect. Did it give you new bolts in the box?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we know we got to save all this stuff.
I'm going to push them back on your face.
Oh, I thought you were taking them off. You should make yourself more clear.
You had to pry it out?
Yeah, it's in there. Not really pry it. You just gotta push it. I mean, you put something under there if you are gonna pry it. Like right here. Just pry it up. Hold that one. You know what I mean? These spacers in it. And that's right. catches a thread. Yep. And then the next bolt. And then this one right here. You put the bolt.
Hey Gavin, will you put this alternator box in the back of the truck here?
Put this up right here. You pick up this side here.
No, can you put it in the back? I gotta go to advanced auto. I'm live videoing. Can you take it and put it in the back of the Tahoe?
Which Tahoe?
This one.
Ooh, this is a heavy one.
You might have to hit the unlock button. Just put it in the back seat. Thank you, buddy. So that was the one piece, and then he plugged the other thing back into it.
And before you tighten it all the way down, you know, and get it all snug on there, you want to get everything plugged back into it and make sure everything is fitting, because you don't want to tighten it all down and then be like, what happened, man? I'm gonna take it back apart, man. That sucks, dude. Everything's on there. Everything's on there. Wow, everything's on there. One, two. Wow, the belt's loose and everything. Trying to get everything tightened up with the belt loose like that.
And this is amazing. Within 15 minutes, he changed the alternator. Is the alternator with my 25% discount cost me $155. I'll bring the core back and get $10. And then I got an online send in the mail $10 check coming back. Meanwhile, Firestone was going to charge me how much? 400 and something?
Almost $500.
And so far, 14 minutes and 12 seconds, and the job's almost completed.
So the key to this is to hold pressure on your tension thing and make sure that your belt is loose. And then you want to make sure you get tension on it. See how the tension's just perfect?
Yep.
So if you do it the other way, if you put the belt on last and tighten the bolts last, sometimes you don't. You can wiggle it when the bolts are loose. You can kind of wiggle it forward and backwards a little bit. That gives it that little bit that you needed. You seen how tight it was to get over the pulley. You leave the bolts loose. That way you can move it while you're putting the belt over it. Sometimes whenever I put the bolts in first and tighten it all down and put the belt last, sometimes it doesn't want to freaking go around there without using a screwdriver. So leave the bolts loose. Only start them like 2 threads. That way you can move the alternator while putting the belt over it, and then keep your hand on the tensioner and tighten the bolts. Makes it so much faster than trying it the other way.
And we're at 15 minutes and 35 seconds.
That should be it right there. Let's put this back on right here. using all 3 ratchets, you don't have to switch in between. You just have the tool sitting here waiting to put it back together, and it's that fast. Tighten this back down. Double check the ground. The ground is tight. And this ground cable. The car should have a lot of problems. There you go. And you should be jumping off, and that's it. Let it charge. Might still have enough power for
And
me
that was
jumping
it.
off,
That
but-
was how we change an alternator on a Chevy Tahoe. Say bye, Dustin.
Bye.